Some of the other people could take a lesson out of that.
Okay.
I love shells.
I don't want to work something like this. All the evidence seems Wait, you have to read it out loud. You have to read it out loud. Read it. I want to keep there. You ready? Sorry. Dear Philip, this morning I have witnessed something truly disgusting. Now I may be getting old, but my eyes do not deceive me. I am certain I saw you and another man sharing a kiss. For as long as I have known Albert, how dare you do something so despicable? I should really... I should really turn you into the authorities.
I think they're both cheating.
For this atrocity. Do you know what they would do to you? I suppose about question mark. However, I have chosen against my better judgment for a different and more beneficial way. You see, Albert is a good man, but he is no longer satisfying me, so I propose a deal. You pleasure me when I need it, and I shall keep this sinful act of yours a secret. Do we have a deal? I have told her. No. What's going on here, sir? Come on.
Who the hell is Matilda? Married Albert. But you and Matilda are a little canoodle, yeah?
Not that she's using you.
Oh, this letter says, sure it says something, okay?
You can see the proof.
The letter says that Matilda saw you.
Okay, do you know?
Is that male Albert?
Is that male?
I think it
Well, if it was like easy, because you like if she's Albert, you're on her, you're also.
Sue, do you know who you kissed?
Yeah, who did you kiss?
That person is to be remained unnamed.
I bet it was Charles.
Charles, you know?
Wasn't it? Okay. So Matilda is with Albert, and they have been for 8 years.
Yes.
Yeah. But Matilda's married, she's been kissing another man. That's not really Matilda's business, is it?
I mean, it is the 1900s. It's found on this.
Well, no. I mean the fact that Matilda's not actually with you, that's not, like, she should be with somebody else. Okay, so I've just got something to get.
Does Albert know about this? Did you know that your mom was in the house? Yeah. Not your mom. Someone. The person. Yeah, that one.
What would you
I don't
get
think
from
your
her?
mom's okay.
What would you get from her?
Absolutely.
What would he get? Is that why potentially?
That's it.
If you did kiss him and you thought that he would be dead, you would hurt him.
He was trying to run away from
I've been kissing Albert while I've been in sexual relations.
Who would you think that you're having fun?
Sarah.
Why?
And she's very sneaky.
She's sneaky, she's good with her cleaning material.
No, she knows a lot about the house. So she could hide in the corners, any hiding places she may know of, and listen to other people's conversations.
Sarah is, she knows things, okay? That's what
Sarah does know things. You should ask her.
Yeah.
We will at the end. Right.
Any further questions?
What else want to interrogate?
Sir? Any questions?
Who would you suspect would be the person that who would stick down? No, Sarah, no. Well, he's telling us that. But why are you so insistent on this person diversing away from Albert? It's still not going to remember.
I was with Albert at the time.
So you're with his Albert?
You were with
I am with
Albert.
Albert. He's my Albert.
You sharing a kiss with Albert. They were sharing a kiss with Albert.
I was not sharing it with Albert.
And a murder I couldn't see.
I don't know about the
Right, we need to go visit our friend Albert, I think. Five alert, sharing.
I'll get to do it.
There's one upstairs.
There's one upstairs. There's one upstairs.
One over there.
The detective will show you. It's past. Would you like to show you? Please. Oh, please, thank you.
Questioning out the way.
Hi Albert.
Get
So nice to
lost.
see you. Albert.
Get lost.
There's a little something. There's a little something with the. Why is that?
Because you're a whore.
Oh, so you know? Do you know?
Of course I know. Philip told me.
Have you
after the
also
dinner
been
party.
sharing kisses?
Philip told him after the dinner party. Okay. Okay, Matilda, we see what you're putting down. So then why did you call Albert a rat bastard?
When you've been doing the exact same thing, Matilda.
Yeah, Matilda. Come on, Matilda, spill the tea.
Same thing.
Matilda.
You forced my hand, you know that.
Thank you.
You've been drunk every day for the last 3 years.
Grow up, woman.
Hello.
You know the reason I drink.
Thank you. I came to you so many times.
Somebody killed her while she was driving.
Was he some
Right, can you read it?
guilt about your mother?
Oh, you ready for this one?
Are you
Yes.
so suddenly feeling the guilt of killing her?
I'm sorry, can I read this one, please? The last will and testament.
Yeah, I'm fed up.
Mrs. Adelaide Chambers. I, Adelaide Chambers of Chambers Manor, hereby leave my business and home to Mr. Charles F. Watson. As for my children, I leave my belongings to Albert.
I'm moving to France.
Wow.
Blank.
You know, you'll find even more drunks there.
Oh.
Albert, did you have this or did Matilda have this?
Yeah, when I got here.
Matilda, did you hide the
I think
will?
it was 7, but I
No,
just double
this
checked.
is our
One
office.
second, just. Was it? I'm just checking. Yes, it was 7.
You'd be thinking they'd be doing this question.
What about Charles getting off the thing?
Snooping around even more.
Be the benefactor of the freeholds. They handle it that out.
Did you know that it was
The freeholds.
Yes.
The water slide.
Do you know why?
You witness it.
It's always a good question to ask, you know.
And it's going to be for somebody else.
Right.
This is the best piece of toast I've got. This murder is getting away in no time.
Who's having it off with the other man?
Matilda, who do you think that's
Just
going
what
to
I've
be?
done.
I've seen him.
Yes.
Oh, say it. Go on, say it.
We'll say.
It's been that
You seem to be halfway.
So I can finally agree on one thing.
He's getting one.
He's the guy who's like, yeah, he thinks Charles.
He's
Fine.
Well, after the dinner party, as you saw, which was quite a fiasco, I stormed out. Matilda and Philip followed me. We walked about half a mile from my house. I needed to speak to Philip alone, so Matilda walked back to the house. Me and Albert shared a cigarette together, where he said to me that he'd been sleeping with my wife.
Did you also share a kiss?
Yeah, did you share a kiss with
Did
Philip?
you also
What
share
is
a
this
kiss?
going about?
kiss.
No!
Cheeky kiss.
No,
Me and
cheeky
Philip
kiss.
are not gay. You do not get this high a rank of a businessman being like that.
Philip's pretty high ranking, eh?
Philip owns the most famous cigar company in all of London. You really think they'd let a gay person do that?
Well, he's been caught.
Wait. So Philip owns a really good cigar company. Why was he asking you for money and help with business.
Wasn't asking me for
Was he
money.
not?
He was asking him for a kick.
You smoke a lot of cigarettes.
Quite a few.
Did you get them from Philip?
Just so.
I buy most of them myself.
From Philip.
I'm not really much of a cigar smoker. My wife can vouch for that one.
Charles seems to have his hand on the
They're too much for your pretty little lungs.
Well,
Oh!
I have a question.
You sell it.
If you've been stealing money off your mum, what have you been doing with the money?
Buying cigarettes, apparently.
Yeah, so true. Can't tell.
Buying
from
from
a brothel upstairs.
It
No,
went
from
to my alcohol problem, most of it.
Okay,
Or
so you're
these
being
little
honest.
things
Alcoholics.
order.
Yeah.
Did you know that Dorothy was working at the brothel?
Yes.
And you didn't tell Adelaide?
Why should I? It's not my business. My sister's a whore and my mother runs the whore.
Why is the business doing so bad?
It's alright.
Well, Adelaide's been running it into the ground, hasn't she?
Why?
That old woman should have retired months ago.
How has she been running it into the ground?
I'm afraid that's classified for your ears.
Why?
Dude, you're trying to convince us you didn't kill her. There's nothing that should be classified.
Do you really believe I killed her?
Yeah.
You're a bit stupid, aren't you?
Who do you think did though?
Like I said, I know it was Charles.
You know
Why are you so strong about this?
And you also think
He was the only one in that house. He's the only one with a motive good enough.
Okay.
Why else?
Man has a temper.
What would his motive be?
Temper.
She would gain the entire brothel company after Adelaide's death.
Actually, no, he wouldn't because you're next of kin.
Actually, I'm not. Charles planned to marry my dear Adelaide.
Question really unrelated. Why do you have a stick? You know, is it
How isn't it?
Oh.
You need something to feel important, don't you?
Wait, but so you knew about Charles and Adelaide. Did you want the company?
No, I can give a rat's ass. Any woman that sells herself has no value.
So all you really want out of all of this is money.
All I really want out of this is for people to leave me alone for once.
And money for your drinking.
I don't give a shit about the money, I'll steal it if I have to.
So you should want money.
You should be asking that question to her.
Should we? She's dead. Do you like money, Matilda?
Do you like money, Matilda?
Who doesn't like money, Matilda? You can be honest with us.
It's useful, it's fine. It keeps us living. But it's not exactly like we get much in.
Did you want to see her dead, Matilda?
I think Sarah's
No.
convinced him.
She did.
No.
How much
Yes.
interest do you have in that?
Exponentially.
Potentially. No, 1, 2, that one. Someone wrote it in the wrong place.
They're both the same.
2, and hopefully there's something. Right, has anyone got any other questions?
Good.
See where we get
We'll leave you to your quarrel.
Remember to plug your phone in.
Yeah, you might not get calls if it's not
English.
English. Albert.
Oh, comedian as ever.
Bye, Albert. We're gonna go see Sarah now. I'm vlogging. We're gonna go see Sarah now. She's upstairs. Cat's like, I have to edit this out.
Do you actually? Or are you going to leave it all in?
Well, I've got to send it all to the examiner.
Oh, I can't wait for them to see this.
Charles witnessed it.
The same examiner that like marks the rest of
We
us.
witnessed him. Charles up here.
Yeah.
Yes,
Susie's hoping that letter reading will give her points.
Just like save that clip.
Susie's hoping that letter reading will give her points for solo.
Let's do it.
Charles.
No, we need to get Charles. That's the question.
Yes, we do. Hello, my friend.
Right, next to business, Sarah. You know about Adelaide's sleeping pills. What were they for?
Sleeping, probably. Yes. Sleeping.
Oh. It's an oath of silence. I, Sarah. Is that P or D?
That's a P, mate.
P. Do hereby swear that as the maid of Adelaide Chambers, I will maintain an indifference towards any and all information I may overhear throughout my employment. Any information I may have learned from other guests or members of the household, I understand that I am forbidden to discuss any of this with the outsiders or other members of the household, and I must immediately relay this information to the head of the household out of respect. I acknowledge and agree to the terms, and I understand that if I should break said terms, then my employment will be terminated immediately, and I will no longer be able to earn employment by another as punishment and consequences of my actions. With that in mind, I, Sarah P., agree to the terms set before me and solemnly swear to keep this oath of silence. Signed, S.P. Who gave you this oath of silence, Sarah?
Lady Adelaide did, my lady. Oh, so now Adelaide's gone, that means you don't have to keep that silence anymore.
Yes, you're right, but since I respect her, even in death, I will keep her secrets quiet.
But if you respect her,
You'd help
surely,
us,
help us decide who killed her.
in respect to death, we should definitely know the evidence.
Even now, I don't think she would.
You don't want to get them locked up and make them pay for it.
If I speak, I could be next.
Who are you employed by now, if Lady Adelaide is dead?
I believe it's Master Charles.
So you are convinced that you're not going to say who you think it could be?
I cannot say.
Can't say. Is that because you feel like you can't because of the silence, or you can't because you don't know?
I cannot say because I have signed a contract.
Right, so you
And
know.
because I fear for my own life, my lady.
Okay, so you're scared that if you say who it is, they'll come for you next.
Yes,
Who? I've literally zoned out, so, who?
If that will be all, ladies and gentlemen, I do
It
have
won't
to
be
keep
all.
We asked
It will
about
not
these
be
sleeping
all.
pills and you did not answer.
It's my job to administer her pills, so she
Why does she have them?
because she cannot sleep very well.
Can you go through... Ooh, question.
Why was she taking them in the toilets?
Because she likes to take her tablets when she gets in the bath so she can relax, my lady.
The bath. Vulnerable in the bath.
But you helped her take her tablets, right?
No, she takes them herself, my lady.
Do you give her the tablets in the bath? You give them to her while she's going to take her bath?
I'm sorry, but as you know that people do take pills by themselves, my lady.
I'm sorry, this thought since you're the maid.
Can you
You could
sort of-
obviously do something.
Go through what happened, because were you with her most of the night that she died?
I ran her bath, I put her tablets on the side, and I left her alone.
Is that from the moment from when she left? So she left, you ran her bath, you put her tablets on the side, and then you didn't see her for the rest of the night?
Do you know what that
So
thing
you
on the
did see
floor
her.
was next to her?
She was...
There was a thing on the cloth.
Where was
Is that what it says?
Straight.
You try, and you succeed sometimes. No, we haven't asked anyone
If
about
you
it.
don't mind, I'd like to... Thank you.
Who do you think might have murdered her?
She won't tell us, it's oath of silence.
It's not really an oath of silence, it's just asking your opinion.
Who found the body?
I found the body, sir.
Before anyone else?
Obviously, yes.
So what did you
I rang the police.
do? Did you see anyone else about as you went to ring the police?
No, sir, I was walking past the bathroom, I heard a thud. I thought she may have fallen over, so I went in to investigate, and she was on the floor.
So what did you do after you ran her bath, you left her pills, and then you went,
Yes.
and then you called her to a bath, obviously. What were you doing then?
I was in the kitchen eating.
Okay.
I'm not allowed to eat with the family. It seems disgusting.
Did you know that Charles and Adelaide were doing a little thingy together?
I think you knew everything.
She knows
It's the
everything.
silence. It's the silence that you can tell when she knows something she's like.
Is there anything else you'd like?
Should we go see Charles again? You got Charles, yeah, I something about Charles, but I don't think crazy.
You're still suspicious to me,
Right
Sarah.
at the moment, you kind of.
Sarah,
I've lost my train of thought.
Sarah, have you been sneaking kisses with people?
No,
Not
really.
everybody else in this whole
Anyone
thing
seen with a
has.
maid romantically is seen as, well, not not seen as
Well, one of them's
proper.
been kissing a man, so I'm sure that's much worse, my darling. Right. Next move.
That is a good question. Have we actually looked?
We asked where
We
anyone
never-
was
we haven't-
when.
She was in the
Yes, a few
kitchen.
times.
She was in the kitchen. Charles and
Philip were together.
Philip were together. No,
No,
Charles and Philip were.
Albert
Albert
and
and
Philip
Philip. Matilda wasn't together. Albert and Philip were out by the field. Matilda went back into the house.
Matilda.
This might sound dumb. What day is it today?
It's the 8th anniversary of Matilda and Albert's wedding.
I think she meant day of
The
the
day of the week.
Wait,
It's a Thursday.
It's not Friday. It was a
Friday.
Friday. You'd think it'd be
Detective?
Charles, wouldn't ya?
Hi,
Is
detective.
everything okay?
Yes, just checking it.
What time did you find the body? What time did I
And who do you think did
Where
it?
did you go?
I'm not allowed to discuss that until the final.
Apologies.
assessments.
Well, since the dinner ended rather quickly, I'd say 7:45 maybe.
Okay, and we know
7:45.
that on Thursdays.
What time does Dorothy work?
It's Sunday.
It's Sunday.
It's Sunday.
Is it? It's Sunday, guys. It's Sunday.
Sunday. What is a Sunday?
It's Sunday.
Today.
Oh, today.
Sunday,
I thought
the
you meant.
22nd
I
of
do
April.
apologise. I thought you meant
Where?
something.
Oh,
August.
Sarah, you're trying to wiggle your way out of this one,
Sarah is.
My apologies, madam.
It's a Sunday,
Sarah is
Sarah.
getting a bit.
Do you know what that means, Sarah? It's closed for Dorothy.
They
I
were off
ain't
work.
bailing you out of this one.
They were off work.
Yeah,
There we
they
go.
were off
Susan,
work. They
Susan.
have. I think you've gone down a rabbit hole. Let's just.
Susie, keep walking.
We need to ask Charles a question before we're done.
Come on,
Bye,
let's go.
Sarah.
Is there
Thanks,
anything else you'd like to
detective.
add?
You helped me on that Sunday.
It was
one.
lovely.
It's definitely Sunday.
What day it is? Sunday!
Can you go see Charlie?
Charles, I was wrong about your
It's
time.
your waiting
Charles, you witnessed for Lady Adler. We saw the documents.
Yes.
Yes, but who was that for? Who did she pass it on to?
Well, I'm not sure.
You witnessed it, Charles. We saw the signature. It was yours. It was your name.
I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to say.
Oh, so we have an oath of silence now? Where is it?
Well, she's dead now. If you can bring up the oath of silence documents, then we'll accept that. Yeah, Charles. Someone is there.
Are you aware of Lady Adler's will?
Yes, I was the one writing it,
Why did the will stop halfway?
so I didn't finish it.
Why?
Oh, the detective came.
So you were writing the will as the...
So you wrote the will after she died?
So you wrote the will after...
Okay.
Or were you writing the will while she was murdered?
I wrote the will after she died.
Is that how it works?